Private Murgle. Repeat subsection 8 of Article 446 of the Emergency Powers Act.
Like I read any of that.
You'll have plenty of time to in solitary confinement. You'll stay there until you can recite every regulation by heart.
Oh, yeah?
Your next violation earns you a firing squad. Understand?
Okay. I'll get you.
Report to Provost Decker for processing. Get out of here. If you're sniffing around for a place to hawk contraband, I've got a strict zero-tolerance policy. This area is off-limits to civilians, period. I can promise that you don't want to be locked up with the people I have here. I admire your bravery, citizen, but you aren't talking to some mercenary outfit. The Convict Legion is a military unit. Chancellor Maiden has deployed the Dead Man's Legion to suppress a gang war for our Hutt allies. I can't entertain any appeals to take my army elsewhere until we've mopped up here. This operation ensures the Hutt cartel remains cooperative. The Republic doesn't need any more enemies right now. Our objective is to root out fugitives of the Black Sun Syndicate that fled Coruscant and establish themselves here. I need intelligence about their workings. They've been obstinate, and the power play this brazen has them shaken. Most seem to be busy securing their own investments. Getting our hands on information from Black Sun members themselves would be the most useful. But working underworld connections could be a force multiplier. If all else fails, we may have to rely on securing illicit goods to grease some palms. This will continue to act as my base of operations until our campaign is complete. Bring anything you find here. We're close. I can feel it. We just need to find the weak link that'll bring it all down. I can work with this. There's an information broker who'll always talk with the right incentives. Thanks to you, I have units across Nar Shaddaa waiting to move on Black Sun's holdings. The icing on the cake? We've learned where their kingpin runs the entire operation. Final preparation is underway. I'm pulling together my strongest squads for a raid on the Black Sun headquarters. There's a spot for you, if you're interested. You've more than earned it. Even among criminals, Black Sun has a reputation for extreme brutality. We don't know their numbers, but we can count on them being well-fortified and bloodthirsty. I'm not gonna ask. We should be prepared to deploy any minute now. You ready? Rally up, dead men. Operation Sunset is underway. This should help.
Well, what do we got here? Ain't them spineless Hutts come knocking, that's for sure. Smirking moron with a crew to match. gonna be real easy to grin when I pull your lips off. Another stupid tourist looking to slum it and run back to your fancy pants digs before the stink sets in. How about we give you some scars for souvenirs? Send a message to the law that sent you. Black Sun ain't gonna be hitched to your little chain gang. You bust in on my turf, put some of my boys in the dirt, and say you want a deal? One way to get my attention.
What are you doing? We have the target surrounded, and my troops are waiting for the all-clear to take his operation apart. If I don't like what I hear, the conversation's over.
I ain't interested in your ball and chain act. Got something worth saying, spit it out. Causing plenty of damage here, and I ain't gotta listen to nobody trying to give me orders. Bet those Akulans put up a better fight than the slugs or these wimps. Alright, Runt. You give me something to keep me busy, I don't put much thought into killing you.
This is a bad call. They can back out of the turf war here, but the Republic isn't going to deal with an organization that supports Black Sun. Victory at any cost. If you think this is necessary, then fine. He has to give the order to withdraw, and my forces make sure they follow through.
Listen up, cutters! We're done kicking the tar out of these wussy huts. Got me a better idea where to grab us some turf. Load up and grab us some ships. We're rolling soon as I wrap up some business. There. Happy, Blue Boy?
Let me be crystal clear. If you try anything, the massacre is going to be on your hands.
Dunno. Massacre sounds like my kind of party. Doubt it. The longer you keep yapping, the more I feel like stabbing somebody. Now get out of my place. Gotta do some packing.
I need to issue my report to command. We should return to headquarters. Seems you're used to talking your way out of dangerous situations. My predictions for that engagement ending in a peaceful resolution were negligible. I can't help but feel like it's delaying the inevitable. Fair. But when the vermin scatter, they'll be harder to root out. It's moot now anyway. You made your call. I'll be in touch after things are shored up here. The Legion will need a new objective, and I'm willing to hear what you're after. Won't be a dull briefing then. Rally up soon.
Ah, Commander. I was just reading up on your newest recruit, Rusk. Excellent job in bringing him in. A brilliant soldier according to his records. First to volunteer for impossible missions, and somehow always gets the job done. He's certainly no stranger to being in the thick of it on the front line, or even behind it a lot of the time. His units have had high casualty rates. At any rate, I should get back to it, Commander. Just wanted to say good job on this one.
Wow, Commander. Skadge. Got to admit I'm a little on the fence about this last one. I've worked with his type before, and it can go real wrong real fast. Take it from a smuggler with experience. Sometimes it's better just to shoot them before they have a chance to give you grief. I mean, sure, he's got the Black Sun wrapped around his finger, which is great. We've got access to their muscle, territory, and contacts, which will let us run some jobs through them where they're strongest, covering our own tracks better. And maybe I could have him watch over our riskier runs. Nobody in their right mind would mess with him, even if they tried. He'd just rip them apart. Know what? I take it all back. Maybe he'll wind up being more use than he is trouble. I just need to be real careful he doesn't get too bored.
Hey there, Captain.
Told you he'd fall for it. You owe me 20 credits.
You have no idea how happy I am to see you idiots.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about.
Although I love the look on your face, the fake name wasn't just for our own amusement.
This should be good.
Oh, we searched high and low for you. Spent every credit we had. Some we didn't. Even used Count Reneld's contacts.
Then Reneld was murdered during peace talks on Debrillion. The king wanted his enemies dead, and it was clear I was next.
So she went into hiding, and I went with her. We thought we were belly up, till Risha thought of using Skavik's name to earn a few credits on the sly.
It's not like he was still using it.
So Skavik was good for something after all. Nice going.
Even then, it wasn't what you'd call an easy life. Until recently, at least. Our luck changed when Valen's fleet sacked Debrillion. After that, there wasn't much left to be king of anymore. He fled along with his nobles. Dubrillion's gone, and my reign as queen ended before it began. Believe me, I've had enough planetary politics to last a lifetime.
I guess we need to find a new crew to join. Get a fresh start.
Don't give me that nonsense. The only crew you're joining is mine.
Well, we can't argue with a request like that.
I don't think I've felt this happy in years.
We have a lot of lost credits to make up for. Better get started.
Here's to our future adventures. It's good to be back, Captain.
Come on now. We can talk about this.
Sorry, buddy. The credits talk louder. Not another step. This one's ours.
Captain, after all these years, I can hardly believe it.
I turned the galaxy upside down to find you. Feels like it's been forever.
A lifetime. I have so much to say, but words escape me. Mako, I need a moment alone.
You got it. Yell if you need me, okay?
I thought you died on that ship. I gave you a Mandalorian funeral, and then I turned my back on everything. Went back to killing for credits, because I knew nothing else. That's how I met Mako. When I found her, she cornered a bounty but couldn't finish the job. I pulled the trigger for her, and we've been partners ever since.
She sure didn't hesitate to point her blaster at me.
Mako learns quickly. She's good with tech. And she kept me from becoming someone I never wanted to be. But she's not you. For 6 years, I tried to close my heart. But I couldn't banish my memories of you. Your scent, your smile, your terrible jokes.
Hey, my jokes are great, and you know it.
Now I realize my heart always knew you were alive. That you would return to me and we'd be together again. I love you. I know the years have separated us, but do you still feel as I do?
Need cartel guard, Dara soon.
You learned.
I wanted to impress you when we finally got back together.
It worked. I feel like I'm finally returning home. But I have something else to ask you. Mako has been a good friend. I'd like her to join our crew. Together we'll be an asset to your team. With your permission, of course.
You're telling me I get 2 trained killers for the price of 1? I'd be crazy to say no.
I had a feeling you'd be pleased. For the first time in years, I look forward to the future. Whatever comes, we'll meet it as a team.
Get your boy inside. We got 10 minutes before the wind picks up.
What about Chancellor?
She's not stupid. She'll be here. Just go. You should get inside, too. There's a sandstorm coming and the spaceport's a designated shelter. No flights in or out for a while.
Rough flying doesn't scare me. Why don't I grab a speeder, shuttle people back here before the storm hits?
Oh, you're a lifesaver, Captain. Just get yourself inside before we lock down.
We've done all we can. Now we wait.
Well, looks like we got out okay. Pretty much everyone did. Though we lost 3 power generators. Not that it compares to the excitement of chasing Jedi and Sith, meeting big-time gangsters.
You're very well informed for, what did you say your job was?
Name's Galen. I'm just a man enjoying his retirement, trying to give something back to the community. Look, these people have it rough in the best of times, but between pirates and sandstorms and sand people, we can't take much more. If you leave without finishing the job you started, how long before the Empire claims this planet?
You're asking me to stay, but I've done what I came for.
And along the way, you helped out all sorts of people. Would it hurt to focus on that for once? Tatooine's only chance is unity. Making communities that can stand together against warlords and monsters. Espellar's our best hope. It's a trading post where farmers, Jawas, and leaders from half a dozen towns swap information. The Empire means to burn it to the ground.
I'm sure Espellar is important to Tatooine, but I can't see why the Empire would care.
With a strong trade outpost, there's strong community and strong resistance. Without, Sandstorm broke Espellar's defenses, and the Imperials will send in saboteurs. You need to give the people breathing room, help them rebuild. Stop the Imperials, head into town, and help put this planet on the path to being a proud, independent society. Or give up and go. Your choice.
Morning, stranger. Don't take much to see you're not a local to Anchorhead. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush. We need help, and I'm hoping you can provide it. The Twin Suns pirates think they can get away with murder, and usually do. But now, they're selling our people as slaves, and we won't stand for it.
The Twin Suns, huh? As it happens, I've got some experience going up against crime syndicates.
I'm sure. We don't know where they're holding the slaves, but we have uncovered a different Twin Suns operation. Old Zerka droids. They're smuggling them off-planet by way of a warehouse outside Anchorhead. I figure that's the place to start looking for anything more.
You know anything else about this area? Now's the time.
They guard the warehouse pretty heavily. Some of the thugs there are sure to know what the other side of their operation is doing. Search any communications you find. See if you can follow the trail to uncover their slaving operation. The children of Anchorhead are counting on you.
You're Shanax? I hear you're selling slaves for the Twin Suns.
Yinga yinga kijita, nimni tanuv, alelo kwekuta, chobot I kafstuan, dile jihulo kuta.
Local security is already involved. Incat sent me personally. I suggest you cooperate.
Mistuka mogoto parchi chisadomba, Kupa tonti toki maki chisa chubolo wawuni. Tauz azulas uval tung mi chakulka dimaji. Joto getwanga chuska, nu chakichawa.
I've always wondered how the other half lives.
Poya tuka changa goptula dobata wana wanki. Kabano tase makipuna, malituta odmishka. Chaskruni dopat kulira dokanki kung.
How much are those holocams worth, exactly?
Kupa tonti toki maki chisa chubolo wawuni. Umpa hupa, jikilia umpasa dobiska. Negtori na natuta, ta aita wanawanga na chuba. Patoga wata kiko uba kili wata buki donko.
Eat your finger, la.
There are droids stealing holocams from Anchorhead. I traced their control signal here.
Bahonkabi, shawana wanki. Istatashi. Bedwana urbi kilawata banki, donko podokanoda.
Start running, and you might just make it.
Kavatuka amishka, kabanutas ma watila. Yomakta, chi, wanchi tidurupi.
Tuni rana nuprata donko?
There was a Jawa controlling the droids remotely. He was responsible for stealing the holocams. But I got them back.
Kuchusa yomata chitoya, nam kanoya choski nawi. Wo grani tampio da pushi wompa, pu tula musta.
The slaves are free.
I know. We've had some make their way back here. And they're telling everyone how one man took out all the twin suns. I'll send some of the militia boys to hold that hangar the Suns were working out of. We'll make sure no one starts that sort of thing up again. On behalf of the free men of Tatooine, I thank you.
You.
Hey, you're the one Galen sent, right? Old man's kinda crazy, but he has his moments. I'm Mayor Aaron, and this hole in the sand is mine.
Imperial saboteurs were headed for your outpost. They plan to destroy it.
You're serious? Huh. Who knew? Galen claims this little outpost is key to uniting the planet. I'd like to agree, but I've got other things to worry about. Sand people always follow the sandstorms, and there must be a dozen tribes out there. Plus pirates, broken equipment. It's pull out or be slaughtered.
Why do you and Galen think this outpost is so key?
The outpost builds trade. Trade builds community. Community builds a self-sufficient planet able to defend itself. Not fancy, but it's a start. Look around, and anything you can do, I'll be grateful. Until things clear up, though, I think you're our last visitor.
Desert's quiet for the moment. Too bad it won't last. I'm June Turgold, leader of the Anchorhead militia in these parts. Looks like you've seen plenty of action, Spacer. We could use that experience. I've lost too many good militiamen to the Sand People. All I've got left are soft recruits and no one to teach them combat skills.
My rates are fair. Ladies get a private session, free of charge.
You'll be compensated, of course, but I don't know what to say.
Excuse me, sir. I thought you might like a break from watch duty.
I'm not tired yet. There's someone here you should meet. This here's Vastal. Good soldier, but no tactical know-how. He's heading up our new squad of recruits. Think you could take these men under your wing, march them into Sand People territory, show them how a true warrior fights?
Let's go. I'm not responsible for those who don't make it.
We know the risks of battle. We won't disappoint you.
Prove it in the sand. Vastal knows where the Sand People lurk. Go with him. Show his crew how to fight.
Sorry to bother you, stranger. We sure could use a hand cleaning up these dead and wounded.
Well, we really need help driving off those Sand People who caused this mess.
I take it the Sand People are responsible for this slaughter?
This and every other one. Call ourselves a militia. We let those Sand People walk all over us.
I won't send our boys into a slaughter. They're farmers, not soldiers.
So don't. But when someone who can help comes by, ask them to, instead of getting them to play doctor and mortician.
What exactly do you need me to do?
General, how could we pay? I'm sure there's much more important.
It's obvious we can't do this ourselves. The Sand People don't fear us. And every time we turn our backs, they sweep in.
Oh, fine. It can't hurt. The Sand People may camp not far from here. If you reduce their numbers, then they'll think twice about attacking again.
I have some free time.
See? I knew someone would be willing to help us. Come back here when you've taught those Sand People a lesson.
We don't got a lot, but I'm sure the folks will be happy to donate to anyone who gets those monsters off their backs.
Steve Pamahu Maga! Wama Otoja Koga Utapawa to Bambawula.
Makes as much sense as anything else.
Klaska Nuta Piano Casplota. Hogwa Chicha Pachimpa Noye Makashisa. Why
aren't you handling it yourself?
No, Steve Wan pachuta chikado.
On your feet.
Hope you're not planning on settling out here. These parts ain't too friendly to humans. Well, to anyone who ain't one of those blasted sand people. We made sure to build on land the sand people never used. Didn't matter. They're attacking us, our livestock, our vaporators. Anything they can do to drive us off.
Do you need protection?
Nah. We've built our homes well. We're safe enough inside. All we need is someone who can drive the beast back long enough to repair our vaporators. As long as we're getting fresh water, we can wait them out. Otherwise, dry season will kill us off before the sand people ever do.
There's a non-dry season?
Hey, that's Tatooine, all right. Does that mean you'll do us this favor? You just got to get past the sand people camped around all our vaporators. Wiggle the switch a few times and make sure they're working. And if you cut down their numbers some, well, that'll just help us have a better chance in the next raid.
The vaporators are working now.
Thank you. I'll think of you next time I have a shower. Well, you know what I mean. Just water's our life here, and you've given it back to us. And it looks like you've got the whole camp of those sand rats on the run.
You'll live.
Wish I could have joined the fight. Just catching a bit through the viewer got my blood pumping.
He was a magnificent teacher, sir. I've learned much.
I see all the recruits returned safely. Never thought I'd see the day.
I enjoyed leading them. Quite the impressive fighters.
Not so loud. I don't want them getting all smug on me.
That's the last of the wounded. Sent those who could walk onto Anchorhead, just in case.
Looks like that won't be a concern after all, Dak. Look who's back. Did you drive those sand people off? Teach them not to mess with our settlements?
I put them out of business for good.
Thank the stars. We, passed the collection. Not much, really, but we're grateful. Really, we are.
Thanks for the business.
Folks out here are breathing easy for once. We appreciate what you've done.
I'm glad I was around to help out.
Mananatupa chanti. Brango unupa pechupa noi. Chinana shapi kise. Kukadu choski na wakuchusa. Yo makta chi pompota. Nagulagi wantumpa. Mulira wata wampa. To hawa to punyo ise. Yimoto. Sekoto wupi wupi.
If you want me to listen, start giving some useful details.
Yunariska chanagawa chi. Kaspeina kontinka.
The Geonosians are the bug people who drove you from your home?
Mo gutuni ompi bedwana. Nipopo chopa uma. Nega tweety, hey, boka donko, wana wanga.
Thanks for your help. I'll take over the training from here.
An emergency! I repeat, this is Cole Darba at Manister Base, and this is an emergency! Manister Base is under attack! Send reinforcements, now!
I'll go, sir. I can take our remaining recruits.
You've been on one training mission. Don't be foolish. I hate asking again, but I've got no choice and less time. Could you lead Vastil and his forces into battle?
We should head out immediately.
Excellent. Vastil, take the reserve recruits and scout ahead.
Yes, sir. We'll depart immediately.
Vastil will serve you well. But he's green, and don't forget that. Please go to Manister Base. The recruits will need all your help repelling the attackers, whoever they are.
Thank goodness you're here. Cole was smart enough to hide after sending the call, but now they've got us pinned down.
It's no use. The Geonosians are swarming over the supply depot, raiding our provisions.
Is there some way to defeat them?
Geonosians may look like insects, but they're brutal warriors, and experts with technology. Their battle droids alone killed some of our best men. We won't fare any better.
We can't wait. We must defeat the Geonosians before they take our remaining supplies.
Kill enough, and you might be able to break them, salvage some of the supplies. Still, it's too dangerous.
I'll wipe out these aliens single-handedly. How many were there again?
This is our fight. We can help you defeat them.
No, we can't! They'll blast us to pieces if we engage them. Maybe if you attack the Geonosians, thin them out, we could sneak away in the confusion.
I'm not running away, whatever the danger. Please, let us fight with you.
I won't risk your lives. Sit still until I've cleared the way.
If you insist. I'm sorry we can't help.
You're just lucky your leader knows what's best for you.
I suppose you're right. Once the path's clear, we'll head for the nearby speeder pad. I know a doctor there who'll patch us up.
I'm not scared of you. Scared of you. Trouble on the way.
Yun at least get your nanga what you'd cause pa. Hindi kontinga.
No need, Doctor. You can return to your duties. Recruits are resting, and Cole will be fine once the doctors are through with him. We've heard of your victory against the Geonosians. The battle must have been impressive.
The fight was brutal and cold. Don't aspire to such violence.
I didn't. I mean, I'm grateful for what you've done. You've taught us well. I'm to be fully initiated into the Anchorhead Militia thanks to you. Do you have any advice for me before I join the service?
You find any contraband, you contact a professional. Here's my hollow frequency.
Don't think I'm supposed to do that, but I appreciate the advice. Thank you again. I'll carry myself in your image as I defend the city.
Little blaster fire, a few explosions, and your bug friends may have been encouraged to move.
Edwana ubi kilawato bangki, dunko potokanoda. Tikayas grula waska.
A professional spacer in this wasteland? Well, I'd offer you a drink, but, our water supply's running out. Oh, name's Dester, moisture farmer. Most important job there is on this dust ball. Well, water's everything here. Harvest it with evaporators, sell what we don't need. Made a good living before the pirate attacks.
Not everyone gets a happy ending.
All too true. Bad as it is, though, people prefer extortion to losing precious water shipments in a skirmish. We'll dry up and die, they keep us in this chokehold. Please, help us survive if you've the means to.
Alright, just give me the details.
Here are the containers. Now, anything you can do may make the difference between life and death.
You look like the worldly sort. I'm sure you do. I am Fez Burba, scientist notary of the Republic and planetary consult to the Galactic Senate.
Master, weren't you removed from that position?
Nonsense. The committee only reassigned me to Tatooine because they recognized this planet's dire need of my genius. I was about to solve Tatooine's permanent drought problems when disaster struck my research. However, I think you could help.
I'd like to hear more about this research before I agree to anything.
I am hot on the heels of the most groundbreaking discovery in the history of Tatooine. My research indicates that there could be massive reserves of water deep beneath the planet's surface. Think of what that would mean to the people of Tatooine. Crops, refreshments, bathing.
Seems like you're forcing the dots to connect.
There is no doubt in my mind that my research will prove true. I was testing my theory when the Sand People raided my laboratory. I was about to send my remaining assistant to retrieve the results.
I assure you, Master, it's impossible. There are still hordes of Sand People pillaging that region.
Given the lack of success by his predecessors, that would appear to be true.
How many assistants have you sent on this errand?
Oh, about 3. Was it 4? No matter. Their sacrifices will not be forgotten once Tatooine is covered in fertile growth. While you're out among those bloodthirsty savages, if you find my missing assistants, please retrieve them. Much of my research data is stored in their memory cores.
Hey, company! It's about time! Come to see me off? Care to have a drink with the unluckiest soldier this side of... wherever we are?
You smell like you've had a few too many drinks already.
I've only just got started 2, maybe 3 hours ago. Whole squad got wiped out in an ambush. Now it's just me. Figure I ought to try to finish our mission, though. Owe it to them and all. Just no way I'm making it out alive.
I assume your objective wasn't to sit there and get drunk.
Supposed to slice the Empire's comm relays. Would have been high risk even when I had backup. Got the data spike here. You want it? You can have it. Not like I'll get close enough to use it anyhow. If you can slice the relays, maybe my squad didn't die for nothing.
Well, I just did your job for you. Happy now?
You mean I can go home? And I'm not dead? Stranger, I drink to you, but I think I'll stop while I can still stand. I'll dry out a little and call for someone to pick me up. Thank you again.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew you'd return victorious. See, BT-9? That could be you striding confidently back to my praise.
Yes, Master. I will always regret what could have been.
Now, my illustrious hero. My research?
All I need now is my fee.
You? You expect to be paid? What about the betterment of society? The greater good? Oh well, I suppose you deserve something for your trouble. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. Good day.
You found the water! Thank you. I don't know what to say. This harvest belongs to the people of Tatooine. I'll see that it's handed out freely. A sign of solidarity, our willingness to fight back. Never expected an off-worlder to help like this. We won't forget what you've done here.
As uge freda leg job as uregviko had melt akisok. Meg bis hato sadmeg. Seze meles nehes volt felis merni.
Nobody likes a loudmouth. Gotta play it smooth.
Minegin ritet neste ahoje hatal al ala sonak oraban. Hosu idon keras tulals elva lasto as volt ahatasa. Eves tob ere ni as igrit. Len parnata feder zeten. As uge feda leg job as uregviko had melt akisok.
I wasn't planning to live forever anyway. I'm in.
As igas gato umpa volta kapi. Tane es hazi gazdak. Perfiak nem volt hajot stak.
Mandalore!
Hoje a foliona mis teri uma. Volte sak fek ut azo negre. Akon ivolomar.
You've got a funny way of saying thanks.
Hoge a fele tengeri ohas onlit ege pilota. Amel tengres. As igas gato umpa volta kapi. Tane es hazi gazdak.
Galen, I've done all I can to help the locals.
That's what I keep hearing. Mayor Erin says her outpost's reopened for trade. She's got visitors from as far as Mos Maran, talking and working together. There are farmers who aren't afraid of Sand People anymore. Militiamen you inspired. You've given Tatooine a reason to fight.
I could be on Coruscant or Alderaan right now. Instead, I've been risking my life for nobodies.
Who would you rather be risking your life for? We'll never be strong enough to beat the Empire, but united, we can convince them we're too much trouble to conquer. Now get out of here before another sandstorm hits. The treasure hunt can't wait, can it?
It's time I got a real answer. Who are you, and how do you know about me?
I suppose I owe you that much. Some Jedi boldly save worlds, others fight empires, and some put their lightsabers aside and help in smaller ways. Go on. We won't meet again. And though this planet won't remember you, what you've done will change it forever.